The first reading is from Sirach chapter 50, verses 5 through 12. The second reading is from Romans chapter 12, verses 1 through 8. And the gospel reading is from Matthew chapter 5, verses 1 through 12a. Who was St. Norbert of Xanten? I remember my Christian ethics professor, Paul Waddell, was intent on finding an answer to that question during his time at St. Norbert College. He was not satisfied with any answer he received until he heard one of our conferers say, St. Norbert was a man who brought people together. St. Norbert was a man who brought people together. Another way of saying this is that St. Norbert of Xanten was a peacemaker. When Norbert heard those famous words from Psalm 34 after he was thrown off his horse, seek peace and pursue it, he took them seriously. His life was so marked by a ministry of peacemaking in ecclesial and civil affairs that we commemorate his legacy of peacemaking in our devotional life, liturgical celebrations, and even our architecture. Everyone loves the 16-foot tall statue of Norbert's conversion that towers over the entrance of the college campus, and rightly so. But I've always been a little more moved by the more humble statue next to the Shakespeare Garden, Norbert the Peacemaker, of Norbert raising his staff and olive branch to proclaim the heart of his ministry, peacemaking. But in concrete terms, what is peacemaking? When Jesus says, "Blessed are the peacemakers," the translation peacemakers conveys the active meaning of the original Greek term well. It refers to one who is engaged in the business of peacemaking and reconciling. Blessed are those who try to be reconciled and to reconcile others with God. But this ministry of peacemaking and reconciliation must have peace with God as its foundation. For peace with God is the cause and effect of every other kind of peace. The Catechism aptly says in paragraph 2305, earthly peace is the image and fruit of the peace of Christ, the Messianic Prince of Peace. Who better modeled this peace than our Holy Father, St. Norbert, who renounced his former ways to be reconciled to God first, so that he could help reconcile others to each other and ultimately to God. My brothers, we all know we need peace. We are all too familiar with the burden and exhaustion that comes from living an unreconciled life. If we want to follow in the footsteps of our founder and be called children of God, then we must make peace with God, with ourselves, and with one another here at St. Norbert Abbey. Only then will we have the capacity to sow peace in our local community in Green Bay and in De Pere. But our ministry starts here in this Abbey Church. And thank God the Prince of Peace is here in this community and coming to meet us on the altar. If St. Norbert, the apostle of the Blessed Sacrament, were here today in person, I guarantee he would say that peacemaking starts in the Eucharistic celebration. So, my brothers, on this blessed feast of St. Norbert, let us follow in our Holy Father's footsteps and approach the Prince of Peace at the altar, so that we may receive the peace that we are called to make today and always.